All right, we are back for some Monster Hunter Rise today. I decided to go through this time on PC with Hammer, just because you know what I was thinking about it. And there's a big difference between using a weapon with like end game materials and that, and actually doing it from the ground up. So I thought, you know, just to not get annoyed that I'm going back through the game again from scratch, I was like, you know what, let's do a different weapon. And I'm actually really liking Hammer. I am going to start to build up my like mid-game gun lance set and, you know, a great sword set and stuff like that, just to have some weapon variety again. But I might actually try some other weapons and like start at low rank and like craft my way up, because it is a much better way to learn a weapon than to just have everything off of the bat. So, and I will say, I'm still not 100%. I'm still a little bit sick. So, you know, I might mute the mic a few times to cough, stuff like that. But beyond that, let's just get right down to some hunts, because I want to get my gun lance back. I forgot which button to press for a second there. Oh no. My controller turned off. 1 sec, sorry. Okay, we back. Let's see. We'll let the sound play in the background now. The only problem with playing on on PC, it's harder to like mute things specifically, at least through OBS. Like I don't have like a, hey, in this scene, don't play this specific part of the desktop. It's like either all of the desktop or nothing. So like my away music will play. But anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, so the first things I wanted to do was, I think we got to fight some Nargacugas and some Anjanaths. Yeah, we got to fight a bunch of Nargacugas. What I'm going to do is, to get back into it, because I was playing a lot of Generations Ultimate yesterday, we'll start off.
Which quest would you like?
And I just kind of beeline to get myself back up to 7-star, so like I got a bunch of quests undone. Which I don't mind, because that means I got tons of stuff to do again. Where is Anjanath? I think he's higher up. Where's that boy? Are you a 6-star? Alright.
I wish you luck.
Alrighty. Do that, and then I just need to check one thing here. Sorry. Okay. Like everything is good. Boop. Yeah, if you've never tried Hammer, Hammer is legit. Pretty fun. And then the set that I came up with for like this part of the game, because I'm still like early days, like I don't have the Elder Dragons or anything yet, so I got, you know, attack boost, slugger, stamina thief, my beloved free meal, a little bit of critical eye, a little bit of weakness exploit, and latent power. I'm trying to get some good charms, but honestly, I am talisman cursed in this game. Like I used to complain about my 2 free meal, 2 stun resist with like a gem slot. No, that talisman was amazing compared to what I've been getting so far. So we will have to see what the hell I can do eventually. That boy should be. Oh, he's going to be down in the actual cave. Yeah, no, I'm really liking Hammer. I'm a little iffy on the courage version of the Hammer, so I haven't used that a lot. I've been mainly using strength. But the water strike is really cool. I gotta get more used to it. In terms of like, I was hoping to rush him. He doesn't usually roar that early. You mad at them? Come on, buddy. I do love Anjanath. Shit. This is what's gonna happen again. I gotta get back into the movements of Rise again. Kind of the problem with flip-flopping between Monster Hunter games each day. It's like I get really used to Generations and then I start like doing weird stuff in Rise, and then I get used to Rise and I do weird stuff in Generations. That's why Anjanath is a good one to get back into it real quick. Can't aim this hammer for shit today, though. One thing I don't like about him is sometimes, like I was really in between his legs, but I went flying. Shit. Oh, there we go. Sometimes I can knock him over if I beat on his legs, but... Hot take. I get my hammer skills back. Anjanath's walking all over you, you got a problem. There you go, you fucker. Give you a good little bonk. See, sometimes going in between his legs is fine, and then other times, it's like, nah. Other times you'll get, like, wiped out by it. His fucking head's, like, half buried in the ground. Was a very unsatisfying impact crater. What? I'm gonna get one of these. I know impact crater does more damage, but that move is just so satisfying. Damn, good job, Zelda. I have like this thing. Anytime I see a monster do any kind of tail swing, I always assume it's gonna be like a two-shot. Oh, thank God. I don't have the second wire, but shit. I get it. Oh my God, that's not good. All right, fuck it. We'll still try to get this off. Nope, it's not gonna happen. Every time I've done Impact Crater on him this round, the second hit at the end of it hasn't caught him. Oh, you dink. Holy shit, engine out. You're doing me dirty. Well, I'll take that. That's one of the two things I need, actually. All right, we'll sharpen up, and then we'll go after that boy. And I finally got at least somewhat lucky with my Palico. It's off by one skill. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll use that one. And then if I ever get the one that I desperately want, then I will use this one as like a secondary gatherer. He does love to roar, though. Gotta start using this more. I really like this move a lot better than the other one where you go flipping in the air. I feel like I have a really bad habit with that other move of like super leaving myself open. Okay, let's see if we can get both hits of this off. There we go. Got to get my spacing back. Then, are you kidding me? I actually didn't know that if you ran through shock traps on a wyvern ride that it would do that. All the hours I put into the game, I've never actually had that happen. He's running a lot. Come on, buddy. I just need another fang. One more fang and I'll leave you alone for the foreseeable future. Grab that fire beetle. Oof. Shit. Yeah, that wasn't gonna go well. I talked shit about the other wire move making you open, and then that one just got me like double comboed. Try this again. They like this move because you go flying in. It's got hyper armor. And then if you hold down the charge button again, it puts you back at the charge level you had when you used the move. Are you shitting me, Anjanath? I gotta get it together, man. I haven't been KO'd by an Anjanath in so long. Go up to the camp and drop down on him. Anjanath's not fucking around today. I despise that invisible wall there. All right, buddy. You got to pay the price for that one. Just ready with those roars. Should really just go for the head bonks on him. There we go. We did a little kick. Hey, stop roaring. Get him when he turns around. Shit. All right, he's almost done. I gotta stop being cocky with him. That's the problem. It's gonna get me again. Oh shit. No, don't go, buddy. I had a feeling. Never tried to go over top of them when they're running away. That was an embarrassing return to Rise so far. Damn. I promise I'm better with hammer than this. Oh well. Even a bad hunt is still fun. The thing I like about this game. Alright. See if I can still do the fucking spacing on this hammer attack. That's wrong. Oh no. There we go. There we go. Sorry, Anjanatha had to end it well after that beginning. Don't you dare roar me out of my carve. Just go. Go away. Actually, it was fun. I did a double Kezu quest in Generations Ultimate yesterday. What is that? Well, I'll take that. I know, like, every monster roars when they first see you, but I still get frustrated by it. Alrighty. Ooh. I never ride on those. I should really use a lot of the mobility stuff in the level. What I wanted to do when I accidentally ran through that shock trap is there's walls in the lava caverns that'll give them blights if you like bounce them off of those walls. I've started doing that because there's not that many like environmental attacks in this game compared to like some of the other ones, so I thought that would be a fun little change of pace. And then I'm just gonna check, see if my cat.
Oh, hi there.
See, I've gotten it where like it'll have these that I want, but then it won't have these. It's like a nightmare. But I'll eventually get them again. Okay. Okay, so that is everything. Oh no, we didn't. We did not get a second fang. Anjanath being stingy. All right, well, do a palate cleanse with Nargacuga and see if I can get my shit together.
Hello. Come back anytime. Welcome to the hub. Here's the quest.
Nargacuga should be here yet. Actually, there's a couple of specific quests I got to do to unlock some of the jewels that I need to. Actually, there's a lot of quests I got to do to unlock a lot of things. I do want to try using the courage hammer a bit more at some point. It's just, I do like the strength one a lot better. Because I do like just coming in and doing that like big smash at the 3rd level. I like the kind of progressive stages of the other one, but I don't know, I'm not there yet with it. He's over there. Oh, and of course Anjanath's here. Maybe we'll get lucky and have a wyvern ride against him and he'll drop a fang and then I don't have to do another quest against him for a while. I promised him I wouldn't hunt him for a while, but he let me down. Hi, Nargacuga. That's not anywhere near fucking close enough. I'm still to this day weird with Nargacuga, but I'll get there with him. I gotta get his wings. Maybe I'll focus on his head and get his wings when he's knocked down. I gotta learn not to do wirefalls around him. Now he's pissed off. I just didn't want to get caught in the roar there. Boy, just not letting me get those knocks off on him. I do got to get more used to the high rank versions of them again too, because I've gone through low rank and then got up to high rank, but I haven't done a lot of high rank fights just yet. Enough to build a set of armor, but I have gotten complacent with the fact that his moveset was more limited. Because he does almost everything twice in a row now. Real bitch with those spikes. You gonna run? That cut wing. He's going. All right, I'll take it. Oh, wait, that wasn't a wish list prompt. Oh, man. I could really tell that I'm still not getting a proper night's sleep in that lately. Oh, well. We'll get into it. I always find it funny that you have to, like, sharpen your hammer. There we go. Fucking Bullfango. I had enough to deal with you yesterday, man. Running a lot today. Actually, they all have been. Both of them. Okay, I had this Bullfango, yes. Or actually, it was a Bulldrome. I went to every single zone in the map. Twice. And then he just rolled in. Went to throw paintball at him. He charged as soon as I threw the paintball and then left the zone. Ooh. I really gotta stop wire falling out of that move if I get hit. It's not worth it. He always does it twice. I'm not having a good hammer day. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Fuck you. I need those cut wings. I always assume that he has far less reach than he actually has. Actually good that I dove there. Shit. Get ahead of him. And that's why you don't wire fall instantly on that move. Stamina back up. I can think the monsters can sense that I'm trying to get back to my beloved gun lance a little bit. And they're like, no, you're not getting those parts. We're not gonna make this easy on you today. There we go, you fucking idiot. Probably being greedy. Morning, Wait. How's it going? I'm not having the best start. Hammer is like legit. I've never used hammer since what, 3rd gen Monster Hunter, and I decided just, you know, to make it more fun going back through the game again. I was like, oh, I'll do hammer. Try it out. A couple of viewers that I have really liked said that it's good, so I was like, oh, I'll try it. And it's fun as shit. Yeah, I'm not having a good time with this. Oh, he looks awesome, especially when it's like a dark map. Really want those. Oop, stop, stop, stop. Don't hit the baby. We gotta give him his little... All right. I always have trouble getting the distance on this one. There we go. There. All right, I'm gonna go give that Anjanath a smack because I just need one fang. So I'm starting to build the set that I originally beat all the Elder Dragons and everything with for Gunlance. Where is he? Is he up? Yeah, he's up. So I want to get that built while I'm also working on my hammer stuff. So see if maybe I get lucky. At the end of the day, though, I am going to hop on the engine app. All right, there we go. Okay, I think what I'm going to do from now on is when I do a new weapon, I'm going to actually start using it from low rank, maybe. Because boy, oh boy, with learning hammer, a lot more satisfying than it was when I learned greatsword. Because greatsword, I just made, like, you know, a endgame set, and then, you know, learned how to use it that way. Whereas hammer, I learned how to use it from the get-go. And I don't know, it feels a lot more satisfying to build it from the ground up. Shit, that was a bad move. Oh, that was a bad move. Problem with him at high rank is he just doubles up all of his moves. Go down here for a second. The only thing I've been finding, I haven't had any glitches or anything, but I've been finding that the pathfinding on the walls all the time. Yep. Yeah, we are on PC now. This is my new... See what I mean? Like, I'm hitting up, and he's running all over the fucking place like an idiot. So that's the only thing I've been finding a little weird with the PC version is every now and again the wall running is a bit stupid. Oh shit, he's still here. Oh, he's tired. I think it's a little too greedy to go for the full Big Bang on that one. Gotta get my hammer aims back, though. There you go, you dink. Almost done. And I want to get better with the one wirefall move. I've started using this one a lot more. Was he leaving? Every time. I think I've chased him to like 3 different zones this time. But I think what I want to do is have at least one set for every weapon. I want to get good with every weapon. Not, you know, I'll still have my main weapon in that. But I feel like I want to, you know, get at least competent with a lot of them. Like some weapons I've never used. Some weapons I haven't used for multiple generations of the game. Like hammer. Hammer I haven't used since 3rd gen. I'm gonna go for the full one. Okay. Anjanath, you piece of garbage. Why are you even here? We're not here for you. There we go. Sorry, buddy. I need my Gunlance set back. I do need to do that more because, like, I get so hooked on my precious Gunlance that I, like, don't try anything else for a long time. Like, I haven't tried to use Switch Axe ever. I used Charge Blade for a bit in 4th gen. So. But yeah, this game, I'm gonna try every weapon. I'm gonna try to get good with them all. Maybe even the gunners. I've never really been a gunner, but it looks fun. I've seen a lot of people using it. Although this game still is like, I've done maybe 3 online. I think maybe 3 online matches so far in the PC version, and everybody is either, you know, light bowgun or longsword. Like everybody I've been grouped up with. So I'm like, we get any cut wing? There we go. Not cut wing, sorry, razor. Cut wing is a low rank. I wasted a bunch of time building part of a gun lance set, and then I realized that that wasn't the gun lance set that I used when I was going after. See, Insect Glaive is one of the ones that I tried out in this game, and I really do like it. It's pretty cool. So, let's see here. Gotta fight a Barry off. That's for the Great Sword set, though. All right, so we got that. We still need more Narga parts. I can get the Majula from low rank because it's just faster to kill them and maybe get one. It really is. I was surprised how much I liked it. Like I said, I actually, like, before I moved over to this game, I sat there with my Switch and, like, made an Excel document. I'm like, all right, these are the sets that I really liked that I had on the Switch, so I got to rebuild them all. And I am going to quickly check in between hunts, because, like, I just want my Palico back, so... Just, maybe not every time, but no. 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 And no. This guy's fucking useless. Lag? Oh, insect. I was like, what? All right, so. And also, I am open if anybody wants to join in on hunts. Completely fine. Until people join, I really like having the dogs. So I'm like, all right, I'll use the dog. And then if anybody wants to play, I'll open up the room and go down to just my cat. All right, let's see. I went a little nuts on the Zenny and Chimera point farming, though. I wanted to make a little video showing my, like, loop in that, so I'm going to throw it up on YouTube, but I went a little nuts, so now I have way too much Zenny.
Hello.
Okay, I need... Oh, that's too bad.
These are the available quests.
At least you get to watch the Monster Hunter at work. I did a lot of that. When Rise first came out, I was like watching it a fair amount. And I can pop over to Switch every now and again, because I don't mind doing it. I'm just hooked on trying to get my my stuff back here. Now, where is it? There's a couple of quests I need to get done to unlock. Okay. One of the jewels that I like to use is locked behind this quest. And then there's another one that's a Toby Kadashi one. We'll take those boys out. I think what I'm going to do for next week's Generations, because I'm probably going to play Generations next week. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the Sonic streams for a while, because I'm just having fun playing Generations. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all that. I really wish the damn hammer would start in courage. Or in strength. I like strength better. Alright, Raytheon. I don't think I fought a high-rank Raytheon yet. At least in this version. Everything feels so different. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if it's the frame rates or what it is, but it feels a lot different playing on this. Ah! Sometimes I can get that off before she'll roar and it'll actually like hit her when she turns around. Didn't work that time though. Oh well. Yeah, it's honestly been a game changer. I was surprised. Like, I've never been like a graphics snob, but damn, is this game nice at 60. And then what I run my buddies at, I like doing status attack up, knockout king, and attack up small for them. And then I give them both the paralyzing weapons. Because they usually give me a good opening at least once or twice per hunt, which is kind of cool. Right, you come down. I want to try to get better with this move, but I can never aim it properly. There we go. We'll just get the half swing on her. Yeah, but like I was saying, something about the higher frame rate. Everything feels a little bit different when you're fighting them. Also, I'm just having a bad day for hunts. I'm not doing very well. How do you do that? Now you paid the piper. Shit, I didn't realize the explosion was that big on that one. And then that is why I like the setup that I use for them. Ah, shit. I didn't realize it was a wyvern red. So, give her a little crack on the head before we jump on. I don't feel like doing the whole thing. We'll just knock her off the wall a few times. Sometimes I find it tedious to like go find a monster and do the big move in that. I don't know if this is gonna land. Oh, there we go. Usually when I try to combo that up, it does not work in my favor at all. Strength in your tail is way longer than I always think it's going to be. She got me. Throwing down those poisons today. And the cool thing about Hammer, for anybody coming from World, look at this. Hammer is the only weapon that still has its sliding attack. Isn't that amazing? Never get to fucking use it because nothing ever stands at the bottom of hills for me, but it's there. You can do a sliding attack with Hammer still, which is really neat. I gotta get the distance in that on that move. I really want to use that one more. The other one where you end up going flying up in the air and spinning around, I find that I end up taking big hits using that move, so I tend not to as much anymore. It's good for some of the smaller monsters, but I find the bigger monsters, whenever I use it... Here. One on her head there, yeah. whenever I use it on the bigger monsters, I usually get hit by like their hitbox above their head. Actually, another move I want to try out. I just got the water strike for hammer. So I want to try. I want to see if I can block one of her fireballs with it. Because instead of the side smash, I have this now, which actually has a guard point. And in the training room, you could block that like water attack that you could set the training dummy to do. So there's a few things that I want to start using a bit more with hammer now that I've unlocked them. So we'll have to give her a shot. Oh, she's killing something to eat. Really? You're gonna ignore me and eat? Are you shitting me, Raytheon? Fuck you. Make me feel bad. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can bait her into throwing a fireball. No, don't rush me. Throw a fireball. Yeah, they're gonna have that. Yeah. Also, let me know. I've been having a bit of trouble finding what I find nice in terms of my voice volume to game volume. So do let me know if one or the other is far louder than it needs to be. Are you guys gonna do a wyvern ride or not? Okay, he left. All right, I want to see if I can do this. Come on, fireball. Okay, she's gonna do everything but that now. Okay, I'm just gonna kill her. It's not worth it. You could have lived a few minutes longer, Raytheon. Now she's fighting Bishatan. And she gave him a fireball. You know what? Just because I'm annoyed with you, I am going to use him to wail on you. His moves are so slow. I think the best one for wyvern rides is like Dosferang, because he just like gives these big boy punches to everything. All right. All right. I water strike the roar? Okay, that's cool. All right, well, I'll take that over a fireball. It's harder to do that with a roar than a fireball. I wasn't sure if it would work. That's awesome. And now she's doing fireballs. That's what you get. That's what you get, Raytheon. Also, as I was saying before, I don't begrudge anybody using longsword and light bowgun. It's just been, there's such an exorbitant amount of people using those weapons. I feel like, unless it's just been like, you know, luck of the draw with like people I get paired up with, but I'm like, try some other weapons. It's kind of like when the game first came out and everybody was playing Hunting Horn because they're like, oh, Hunting Horn is like OP. But I know there's some people that just really like longsword and have been using it for, you know, years and years and years. That Bombaji, he got lucky. All right, Raytheon. Now I should be able to make...
How's it going?
There. Okay, so now I can make my speed sharpening jewels for my beloved gun lance.
See you again soon.
Then there is a Toby Kadachi quest that unlocks the other gem I need.
Welcome.
I'm never gonna get the Palico. It's never gonna happen.
What would you like to do?
Now, what was the name of that quest? I think it was this one.
Good luck out there.
Slugger. Some thunder resistance. And we'll do fighter. Oh my god, I actually got Slugger. I never get Slugger unless I use a meal ticket. It like never ever gives it to me. Alright, and there's so many things I gotta do in this game again, like it's actually exciting. Like, I got all the sub camps, I got all of my speaking of sub, yeah, it's probably an equal distance. I got all of the great wire bugs ready. I need to unlock the apexes, but like, I don't think I'm anywhere near that yet. Like, I'm still grinding up the hunter rank 20 to get, I think that's when you get the Chameleos fight. But, no, I want you to jump off so I can wirefall. Getting mad right away. He's one of the world monsters that I've always really liked. He's one of the more interesting ones. Ooh. There you go, take a nap. That's too greedy. That's what I kept thinking he was going to do, is the big tail hit, but he never did it. Go. Nope. Tactical retreat for a second there. No. Okay, we brought her back. Froggy, you're always wrecking everything. I think in this game, for small monsters, it's like between the Roggies and the, I don't know, Zenogres here. As you can tell from my armor, I've already had a few run-ins with that boy. And he still remains the monster that I am the absolute worst at fighting. Oh, you piece of shit. Actually, didn't think he could jump from that far up. There we go. Might as well put a Zenogre to good use. Ooh. There we go. I'm stuck in his tail. No, not there yet. That boy. I was really hoping that would actually give him a knockout. I guess he got recently down. They're not going to let him spend the whole fight on the ground. Shouldn't be doing this. Actually, that worked out fine. Usually when I try to use the Big Bang combo when they're not, like, downed anymore, I get, like, wiped. You poor angel, you're so tired. Here, let me help you. actually surprised he's still up. Or I can't remember if the jewel is required for him. Like his parts are required for the jewel, or if he's just the unlock for it. So grab what I can just in case. And he is heading down with Juratotus. Nope. I guess I could, sure. Still loving my free meal, now and forever. Ooh, that was weird. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it hung up for a second there. How are you still alive? There we go. Too close. Yeah, way too close. Ah, whatever. I think him attacking the trick toad actually got him to get me too. I do find a lot of the time the trick toads seem to be a bit of a detriment because then the monster's just all over the place. You're really trying to get me with that tail. Just lay down. I just want a charm. There we go. God, he just wouldn't go down, it felt like. Once. Okay, there we go. I haven't even tried the keyboard and mouse controls yet. I heard they're not great. That Juratotus, it was too. Okay. So that should... My memories completely escaped me. I don't remember what charm that was. But that should have unlocked should really just make the howitzer so it leaves me alone.
How's it going?
What decoration was that again? I know it was one I needed. I wrote it down. Ah, the jumping jewel. That was why I wanted. Oh, Zinogre. Fuck. Well, you need evade extender to play flipping gun lance.
Good luck out there.
Check on this. Yeah.
Are you looking for a buddy? See you later.
I don't know why I'm being so extra about it anyway. The cat I have is... everything is the same, except it has critical up small instead of attack up small. But I really liked the way that my Palico in the Switch version ran everything, so... And actually, I wouldn't mind if it got rid of... this one has Power Drum. I wouldn't mind if it had the Anti-Monster Mine instead. I feel like that was a cooler, cooler ability.
Welcome to the
All right. I really don't want to, but
These are
guess
the
we'll go
available
see what Zinogre's saying. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll make that gun lance so that the wish list thing stops popping up every 5 seconds.
Welcome. Just tell me what you need.
Where was? I'm making basically the same set that I made when I initially went through the Elder Dragons and everything.
Excellent. Leave it to me. Piece of cake.
There we go. Because I was using the Howitzer. Oh.
Come again.
Oh yeah, one day. I just gotta stop obsessively checking it. Like, it's like, maybe if I check it every now and again, it'll be okay. Because, like I said, this one's not bad. I would like it better if, like, Power Drum was gone and it had the Anti-Monster Mine, but I'm fine with those abilities. I like the Shock Prison, you know, Healing Bubble's great, all that. And, you know, it's just, it's critical up instead of attack up. So it's like, I'm just being a baby about it. But I'm mad because, like, I got the dog right away, so I was like, just give me... I don't know. I was being weird about it. I literally sat there with my Switch and the character recustomization thing and made sure my hunter looked the same and everything. I was like, I just want to have my guy back, but with higher fidelity and, you know, the nice frames and that. All right, who are we going to fight next? I really don't want to deal with Zinogre. Still need an engine app. Maybe we'll do a Barioth, because I need these pieces for the greatsword set that I'm building. Because my main greatsword set is based around...
Which quest would you like?
Valstrex? Yeah, it would have been. I did blast through this pretty quick the second time, though. I will say that much. Like, because I literally, like I said, I made an Excel document. And I sat down and I was like, all right. These are the things that I want to have for these weapons at the end of each hunter rank. So, and that's what I did. I just went through that way with the hammer. I was going to do all three, but I was like, I'm having too much fun with hammer. So that made things a lot easier. You know what? I'm terrible at Barioth. So I say that a lot. I feel like I'm not that bad at most monsters, but I feel like I am. All right. Well, it's all hunter ranks anyway. It doesn't matter what I fight at this point. We just need to get our hunter rank up to get those sweet, sweet Elder Dragons. Because I'm not going to get my precious greatsword set back until I can fight Valstrax again. It's funny that they basically just gave greatsword, like, here's a full set of armor that's great for everything you want to do. And I need to fight a lot of large monsters anyway because I don't have any materials left for charms. I like burn through them trying to get some good charms. Where's that boy at? That one took me way further than I meant. Let's see if we can zip in at him as he roars. Nope. Nope. That's still a good hit to start. Fuck, I hate Barrioth. I actually meant to do the wire bug move there, and it did not happen. Don't do it. You need to break your little claws so that you can't fucking be as much of a dick. I'm sure too that I'm sure they'll do like a cross save next time. Although I said that when World came out too. But I think they're really getting the fact that a lot of people don't want to wait a year to play Monster Hunter. I'll play it wherever you put it. I don't give a shit. You put another Monster Hunter on the 3DS, I'll play it. I don't care. I just want to play Monster Hunter. Wingies. There we go. But yeah, they got to get it together. They really do for the saves and that. Like, they should know what people are like. This is a bad idea. Yeah. Holy shit, he's got reach on that tail. I'm fucked. Yeah, and I'm stunned. God damn you, Barrioth. I will always despise you. Let's sharpen. I got too greedy. I really shouldn't have gone for the big bang on him when I had him stunned there. I already had the impact crater. Oh well. Live and learn. I've heard too there's been a lot of people like cheating and like save editing too, which is a shame. But they don't want to start over, but I don't know. I'm used to it from the like the old style G rank expansion, so I didn't mind it as much. Alright, you piece of garbage. I am not letting you beat my first triple cart. Go see what Somnicanth is saying. Turns like a truck. There you go. Is that even gonna hit him? Wow, her finisher actually failed. Yeah, it failed. I've never seen that happen. spikes. Can't even see myself. Very satisfying. That's one thing I've been really finding with hammer. It is a very satisfying weapon. Shit. Well, it looks like I got his claws good enough. He's starting to fall. Shit. I don't think I'm gonna get a big bang charged. Maybe. There we go. Not great, but I'll take it. Being too greedy again. Oh. Man, oh man. You know what? Maybe I'll stop talking shit about my Palico. He's actually pretty good. Now we've got a roar. He's running. Probably Somnicanth heart. I do not care. Oh, hey bud. Bonk. That wasn't worth it. Oh, you... That fucking Roggy almost screwed me. I'm getting out of here for a sec. See ya. He's still right on my ass. What the heck? Man, I've been like completely cursed with the small monsters like getting me lately. They are just all over me. Yesterday in Generations and today in this. Look. No, don't run away. Here you go. Oh yeah, they have that stupid move that all of his skeletal type has. I'm actually really surprised with the Somnicanth finisher there. I've not one time before then actually seen a Punisher move fail. Right, buddy. Zombie, do your thing, because we know you're going to move his head. Here, run through these. It does nothing. I wonder if I could water strike that. I'm not gonna try. Wasting all my stamina running around. There you go, you prick. Big boy hip check. Alright, I'm not wire falling. Oh, water strike. Okay, I'm starting to really like that move. I think it's called water strike. My terrible memory for the names of things might be making me look foolish right now. Yeah, it is water strike. Okay. I was gonna say. All right, berry off. Let's see, actually. I didn't get a tail. Maybe the quest reward. That is exactly what I want to do. I want to get better with it. I just unlocked Water Strike, I want to say Sunday night. But I didn't get to play this much yesterday. I was making like a little, I was like, I'm going to make a little guide video for my YouTube channel for like farming Zenny and Kimura points. But I got to make a thumbnail, and I'm like absolute shit at making thumbnails, so we'll see. Plus, there's probably a billion other people that put out videos for that, but whatever. I find it fun making stuff like that now. Like a nice little hobby. Yeah, but water, like, I don't know why you'd ever use side hit. Like, ever. The move just seems, like, pointless at this point. Like somebody who's used hammer a lot might have like a reason on it, but I can't think of any other reason to use the other move. No. But you don't have the moves I want. Ah. Nope.
Drop by anytime.
I really wish that you could influence it a little bit in this game like you can in Generations. Don't need any more goth jelly. You know what? I'll take Zenogre part over the other. I have it basically to a cycle now that when the monster hunters show up, these eggs are good to grab, and then my ship is ready to go, so I just wait until I see that, and then I can pop over here. Oh yeah, this is always one round behind.
Let's go.
Place the adamant seed. He's doing smoke nuts. I'm getting to the point where I have 100 of everything.
All aboard. Let's go. Until we meet
And then
again.
eventually I'll go through until I have like 200 of everything again. That's what I did in the Switch version, so we'll just keep rolling with that. All right. Didn't even get one tail. And I need those to make the greatsword set that I want to use, because the greatsword set I want to use is a little bit behind the current hunter rank.
Here's the quest list.
You know what? Haven't done Diablos yet. Let's get Diablos out of the way.
Good luck out there. How can I help you?
Or no.
These are the available quests.
He's a little more boring, but I actually need Viserios for something I'm
Wish you
making.
luck.
I'm leveled up. Yeah, I'm gonna try, I think for next week's Generations Ultimate, I might try Adept for a while, and I think I'm gonna make a hammer this week for it. Because Ghastly was saying that the hammer is pretty fun in that game too, so I'll throw together a quick hammer set. Give it a try. Little change of pace. I'm guessing he's a question mark because I haven't fought him even one time in the game yet. Maybe, if we're lucky in Sunbreak, we'll get Big Boy. No, stop sliding! Damn you! Oh, it's Valor Fun? Okay, he was saying it was Adept and Guild. I want to get off this slope. Oh my god, I can't aim it with this. Okay, fuck it. See, that's why I stopped using the wirefall move like that. Because every time I tried to use it, I get hit from above. Like, I'm above the monster, but I'm getting hit. And it was pissing me off, so I was like, I'm not using that move anymore. This is annoying. I actually hate fighting here. Alright. I'm just gonna lure him up the hill. I'm sick of sliding all over the place trying to play. Come on, buddy. And the small monsters are back, doing their garbage. I feel like every time I get to the point of doing my first one of those smashes, shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I should have ended that. Every time I do the first one of the impact craters, that's when my weapon loses its sharpness. It's been like perfect timing for every hunt. All right, let's try using this water strike a bit. I'm gonna use Basarios as an experiment for it. Not that move, though. God damn Monopoly. Got a sharp. Oh, you can blue sharp. Well, I guess, yeah. He's always been the bouncy boy in terms of your weapons. Going underground? Where are you? Oh, he did, yeah. He went down into the ravine. All right, buddy. that the arachnoid? A small monster. Love how adorable his roll is. Alright, water strike. Nope, that didn't work yet. Here's the problem, I feel like I'm eternally, when I'm streaming, I'm like, I'm trying a new weapon today. I'm never like, I'm gonna use my main weapon that I use a lot. But it's fun. Whoa. Stop. Ah. It's like 4 fire blights in a row. One thing too, I really want to get better with the distance on that move. I'll keep playing new weapons then. It is fun, like, slowly getting better at stuff. Like, it is boring if you only do what you're good at. Plus, I never claimed to be a speedrunner, like the best Monster Hunter player. I'm just a really, really big fan of the series. I don't really get mad if I have, I don't triple cart a lot, though. I say that, I'm like, I don't get that mad if I triple cart, but I also don't fail quests very often. Where you going, baby boy? Why did I even try? All right, let's see. Hey, all right, that was kind of cool. I should have followed up with it. I get so excited when I block something with Water Strike that I just stop playing. I'm like, did you see what I did? I'm good at this. Poor old Viserio. Feel bad because you're literally wailing on him like an adolescent. Alright, we're just gonna bounce you off the wall, buddy. I don't feel like chasing down other monsters. Oof. That was weird. I find I don't use the middle charge very often on the hammer, though. I like this move, and I really like the, you know, the single charge like this. Wow. I didn't let it happen that time. That was weird. That turned purple. It doesn't usually turn purple. Huh. Yeah, I think it's because it moves me forward too much. I really don't like this move. Okay, I like it. You poor child. Yeah, but I can't. No, I'll just wait for the wire bug. Here. Might be too close. Nope. One thing I like about Rage Slash with the Greatsword is like you could very definitively, because you can change the direction of the final hit on it, it's like super easy to line it up with sleeping monsters. I haven't gotten to that point with the hammer yet where I can like every time perfectly line it up. Oh yeah, when you actually land it, oh, it's the most satisfying thing in the game getting that. I just gotta use it more often. But I find with hammer, I'm more aggressive than I am with other weapons, but I'm still a little too cautious. Oh, you just made a big mistake, buddy. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah. I guess it's not that bad. It's like 2 rolls away. Okay, now. Oh. If I would have died to a Viserius roll, might have just ended the stream right there. Just rage quit the game. Delete my save file. Aw. You do your thing. I'll get you on the final attack. God, hammer is satisfying. Oh shit, I need to sharpen. Alright, but serious, you do your thing over there for... Don't come at me, get the dog. Oh, he running. I always subconsciously am like, I don't need to sharpen. It's a hammer. I do remember really, really liking hammer in 3rd gen, though. I still like mained gun lance in 3 Ultimate. I'm trying to remember what my main... I think I mained lance in base 3. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta get good with my openings on it. I'm starting to get the spacing better now. I say that, and then I fuck up and take a hit like an idiot. No, don't do that. I'm trying to do the water strike. I don't need to have my weapon out. I should just finish him off, but I want to practice a few things because his moves are somewhat slow. Aw, he would have been there if you wouldn't have flinched him. Serious, I'm taking bad hits off of you today. Boom. That is really satisfying. Cool. Got me so many times with those lava balls this time. I will get there. Don't think I'm ever going to be 100% with it, but... Nice trap placement. Shit. Ooh. Oh, no, he's too fast. Maybe, maybe, maybe. No, there's no way. Oh, I was hoping. He does that, or she does that all the time. The traps are always like in a position where the only way I could bait the monster there is to be standing inside of a wall. Oh my god, we're back in the slide zone. I wonder if I could just... It's just such a bad move. I do not like that move at all. Slides are bad. Oh, we finished him with it. Oh, that's a terrible position. I can't do my thing. I like to take a beautiful portrait of each of them for the hunting log. Look at, I got a beautiful picture of every single monster. I'm gonna have to fight another Bracerios. Maybe I can... No. It's perfect. We did it. All of my dreams are coming true. Where are you, Bracerios? Can't believe I didn't fight one yet. Where is he? Ah. Oh. There we go. That felt like a long... Well, I was pissing around trying to, like, get distancing and that a lot. That felt like a longer hunt, though. Hopefully I got some of what I needed. I think I just need his boots for what I'm making. Can't remember. That's why I keep a little Excel list, because my memory is so garbage. I make, like, little lists of what I'm after. Alright. What do you got for me? A Lagnia apple.
Hello.
How delightful. I'll never get him.
See you later.
Okay. I need to check here, because now that the high rank, well, the Bracerios armor in general is
Tell me
unlocked.
what you need.
Let's see. He is barely up here. No, I don't need Toby. I need... Is he really this far up? No, he isn't. He can't be. Yeah, he is. Holy shit. I hate the exclamation point. Because this one gives me... Yeah, my load shells. That's why I need it. Got everything else for that set, so I need a Bracerios tape.
You've got all the time. See you again soon.
I think I need to break out the great sword. That's not even going to be the set anymore, because that sucks. I'm going to capture a couple of Barioths. I need my greatsword set. Like, I need to be able to get these tails off. I guess I could go online,
I've been waiting for you.
and then they can cut the tails off.
Which quest would you like?
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll do one join request. We'll see what happens.
Good luck out there.
Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be the one to cause the problem. But I do find I keep getting the useless ones. Anytime I do random queues, ice resistance, fighter. Yeah, we'll do that. Everybody's pretty new on PC so far, so I've been finding a lot of like the 2 or 3 times that I've gone online, it's been not great. Usually ends up with like drastically reduced rewards, but I'm gonna be the one who causes the problem now that I've said that. Remember not to be greedy. Don't take all the items from your online friends. That should launch me right toward them. Sometimes too, I just hate fighting Barry off. So sometimes I'll go online just to speed it up a bit. It's like I can beat him. You've seen me do it multiple times. But I'm not great at him. Although, I don't know. Art Wizard. I don't know why I find that funny. I don't have my dog. I keep going like, oh, I'm going to start on my dog and then give him a bonk on the head. All right, buddy. What you doing over there? Ideally. You know what I should do is, like, do the goddamn water strike. Those roars. Your tail is actually insane. That's the other problem I find with Hammer. Playing online is not great because he just flips around after everybody. Although I guess I could get the armor skill that makes him focus up on me more. Focus too much on his arm spikes. I just gotta go for his head. Actually some good weapon variety this time. Well, the fucking greatsword, as usual, is sitting on the goddamn head. Well, we know what to do with that. Get out of here. I don't want to be a dick. I shouldn't do that. I'm trying to teach people that the head belongs to the hammer. Come on, baby boy. That wasn't a bad hit. It does. I don't mind seeing like a hunting horn guy there every now and again. But when Longsword starts taking over my spot, not into it. Here, one of you attack him. I hate wyvern riding. I don't hate it as a mechanic, it's just not my jam. Go get the goddamn Rashang. Jesus. He's just gonna get knocked away as soon as I try to do the big bang, but... Oh my god. That is such a piss off. I'm just gonna wait. Can you just do the thing? Thanks. Now there's a Sonda camp. This is actually kind of a nightmare. Like, this is why I like playing with friends better. When the monster sleeps, like, chill out for a second, get a good hit on him. Hey, fuck off for a second. So stupid. I can't do anything. His head's out. Well, I guess I could hit him somewhere else. It is me. Boy. Get away from my head, you ragamuffins. Get out of here. This is my place. Why did I switch back there? Where's that tail at? Because I really do need that tail. Give me that tail. I'm gonna go back to solo hunting. I could have sharpened. Yeah, well. I wanted to capture because I want a better chance at the tail. Actually, I need to check and see if that is a better chance at the tail. I'm hammering today. I think I am going to make that hammer set for Generations. Okay, I got one tail. That's what I did for this entire... Sorry, I'm still a little sick. That's what I'm doing for this entire, like, playthrough, start to where I am now. It's all been hammer, which has been really fun, actually, playing a weapon right from the beginning. All right, I'm sorry I keep checking this. I just really want my Palico back.
Hi, how can I help you?
Give him to me. Garbage. Hairball. Stupid. Nope. 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 Garbage. Okay, you suck. Let's see. I got so much stuff I need to make and so little of the actual thing. Meaty Hide Plus. I'm trying to remember who that's from. Okay, let's check this, though. That's true. Very extremely true. We'll add another beautiful, beautiful shot into our collection. Where is... Oh, I didn't take a picture of Raytheon. Okay. Carry off tail. Capture is still the best. And getting the tail off. But I can't get the tail off until I make my greatsword set. And I can't make my greatsword set until I fill the damn berry off.
How can I help you?
Alright, we'll break it up though. We'll fight something else.
Come back anytime.
Let's see. What else am I after here? One sec. I gotta... I can't remember where Meaty Hide comes from. I'm just gonna real quick double check that. I really want to get one of those mics that like comes down. This one's really in the way of my keyboard. Let's see. Meaty Hide Plus though. Oh, is it just them? That's stupid. Okay. It's the Zamites. So realistically... Okay, these are for gun lance. So we'll work... We're closer to greatsword than we are to the other one. Yeah, I really need Zamtrios to be in Sunbreak, like, big time. At least we got, like, Shogun Siantar, though. Like, at least that's confirmed. I really wish they'd show off, like, another trailer or something. Like, show off some of the, like, the returning monsters. Like, the new ones, like, surprise me. I don't care. I'll see them when I fight them. I want to know who's going to be there. All right, so we got Meaty Hide. You know what? We might as well fight the Barioth again. And, get some Zamtrios, or Zamites while we're there.
Here's the quest list.
I keep forgetting he's rank 5. I consider Barioth to be very hard. Quetzalcoatl is such a fun fight, too.
I wish you luck.
He'd be very fun to have back again, especially with the mobility here. You know what? I am going to weaken him because I hate fighting Barioth. Those guys were good, by the way. I'm just, like, weird about playing online with people I don't know. I've been, like, discovering the hammer user's saltiness. I'm like, get away from the head. Don't trip me. Let's swing up. I'm gonna kill a couple Zamites real quick. And then we'll go fight Barry off. That's a big boy Zamite. Hey, buddy. Really? There we go. All right, give me that meaty hide. Well, I don't know. It's weird. I really like playing with other people, but I've been finding that, like, I like playing with, like, the, like, people on Twitch that, like, view in that, but, like, just random people. I don't know. I've been running into, like, a lot of people that are tripping me in that, and it's been driving me a little nut. Like, especially, like, I really understand the people that, because, you know, like, as a Gunlance main, I was always just flying around everywhere, blasting the monster anyway. So I always just stayed away from the head out of being, you know, a kind person. But I'm really starting to understand the rage of the charge weapon people between using greatsword and a hammer. Like, I'm really noticing it a lot more. Damn it. All right, we'll pop over to that stupid ship. And then we'll swing around and get to the Barrioth. They're usually over here too, if I'm remembering correctly. I haven't had to farm any of them for a while, though. Those boys. Where's that ship? Am I insane? There it is. There's usually a couple in here. Yeah, they're there. The boy's here. I never get to do the thing. Get up. Get up, you idiot. Okay. I heard this is a thing, and I've always wanted to do it. He say hi to you. All right, that's cool. I've wanted to do that for so long, but I never notice him when I'm hunting. All right. Very minor thing. Just really wanted to say hi to that guy. Too far away. I like little things like that. Yeah, I found out about that the other day, and I was like, oh, man. And every time I come into the zone, he's either not here, or by the time I notice him, he's about to leave, and then I take too long to get up there, and he's gone. I'm not going to get the items, am I? I got one of them, at least. That one? I think if you let them get bigger, you have a better chance, maybe? I'm just going to kill him. I need to get that Barrioth finished. Started. This is the kind of problem when you're trying to build other sets at mid-game. It's like, when I was using Gunlance as my main weapon, it was easy because I could cut and break any part, you know, with luck. But with Hammer, it's like, I'm not cutting anything. That's just not going to happen. All right, swing up around here. Get our friend Barrioth going. God, he's just on the move. There he is. All right, Barrioth. No, wait. You bitch. I'm going to see. I'm terrible at it still. I'm going to see if I can water strike through his roar. Maybe we can get some good damage off right at the beginning. Oh, so slow, though. All right. Is he just going to lay down? Oh, he's chilling. All right. Too early. Ah, shit. One day I'll get it. That's going to be my new hammer goal. Every monster, I'm going to try to get that move off through their roar. wings, hit that head. Don't get caught by his massive tail. Should try to water strike that. The head belongs to me. Then we'll get too greedy. Hey, my greed worked in my favor for once. Ah, I dove into the tail. Shit. Is the end of me? Are you kidding me? Barrioth, you bitch. Let me drink the potion, man. Holy shit, that was bad. That was a bad combo. All right. Stamina back up. I'm just gonna run around eating while he goes nuts for a minute. All right, we're good. Like recoiling like an old person. I gotta stop doing that. He used to make fun of my little siblings for doing that when we were kids playing video games. I'm like, ah. Because it looks so real now. The fidelity. I should try out that, I saw the other day there's like a VR mod for this already. Just like a third person one, but you can like look around while you're hunting. I should try that out. He's not the monster I want to experiment with. Yeah. I gotta get used to the timing on that move, so it's like... Alright, I'm not gonna fuck around trying to experiment. I do desperately want to get better with Water Strike, though. The other thing with Hammer I'm noticing is there's a lot of little moves that have, like, not hyper armor, but, like, you can get through the monster's move. And I'll look and I'm like, oh shit, I'm at half health. Like that. Son of a bitch. Whatever, we'll go do one. Although, might end up with like a 3 monster situation. Get out of here, Somna Camp. This is punishment for what you've done to me, Barrioth. Nope. Shit. Forgot I was still in yellow. Did he just set off the Somna camp? Alright. We'll do it. Anything to get through Barry off quicker. Although he's not that bad with Hammer, actually. I've been finding a lot of the monsters that I used to have a lot of trouble with. I'm a lot better going up against them with Hammer than I am with Gunland. So, you know, that's why it's good to switch up your weapons. Alright, actually land your move this time, because the last time you didn't. Shit. That was weird. I've never seen that be 3 hits before. I'll take it. Break those wings too. There we go. Oh my god. He's just getting his ass kicked in this area. We'll wait it out. Too close. I'm usually really good with that. Well, I could have gotten around it. Are you seriously down again, man? Wasn't a very long one. I don't know why I did that. Oh my god, he's gonna get me. That's really bad. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself by just being stupid. Alright, let's get our oh shit, I wanted to capture him because I want the tail. What am I doing? I almost forgot. It'd be cool if like one of the monsters with like a piercing attack could cut his tail off if he did enough damage to it. That would actually be really neat. I wonder if you can actually. I've never tried. That's really nice. I couldn't have asked for better. Urgent! Did I finally hit 20? I did. Is this Chameleos or is this Kushladora? Chameleos. Oh shit, am I gonna like actually try to use hammer against an Elder Dragon? I definitely am. Give me my buddy. Give him to me. I've talked to you so many times through this playthrough, man. It was going really well, and then I like fell apart at the end there for a minute though. It's like taking every hit you could possibly take from him. It's weird. I don't like fighting Barioth, but he is a really fun fight. Like, he is. Nothing again. You're garbage.
Nice talking to you.
What is your name?
Hello. See you later.
What is your name? I need to say it out loud. Lori, I hate you. There we go. Okay, so we just need the beady hide, and that'll finish our greatsword set. I just need to make the decorations for it, so that's nice there. I need to fight another Anjanath. I need some Nargacugas, and I need some Basarios. Yeah, I'll have to see how he is. Why did I do that? She's right there.
What would you like to do? Special quest is coming for you.
My beloved Chameleos. I was so happy when they brought him back.
I have a special quest for you. Come back anytime.
I know the game auto-saves, and yet I'm still weird about it. All right, let's see how the hammer does against my best friend, because my favorite color is also purple. So Chameleos is my Elder Dragon. Let's not cheapen the fight. I want Slugger. You know what? For the poison, I'll take Medic, and then I'll take Fighter. The only thing I find really weird about this is they still have the cutscenes locked at 30. I'm sure somebody will make a mod to unlock it, but it's real jarring. I'm gonna let this play out. I've been skipping them, but
ruins.
it's my boy.
A thief stalks through the mist. Driven by a lust for wealth, it just cannot resist. Begone, O foul miscreant.
I like that Chameleos is just fucking with them.
These are sacred grounds. The dead dwell here. This is their realm, and you've overstepped its bounds.
Just smoke them. Ah, man. Such a silly Elder Dragon, but man, is he cool.
Other things live here as well, equally concealed.
He's got some cool moves in this game, though.
So be mindful of your
Now, I
insolence.
one-shot, like I said, I one-shot the entirety of Rise up to Apex Zenogre. And what I mean by that is the first time I fought every monster, I managed to kill them. Up until I got to Apex Zenogre. But we'll see if I can keep that streak up with my boy Chameleos here. I've been doing good so far. So far, I haven't triple carded anything, so... let's just have those ready. And then, what do we got? Rathalos and Anjanath hanging out here, eh? No, I'll do. I'll come at him from the other side. My brother. Oh. I just really prefer to start in strength. Come on, do it, do it. I thought he was gonna roar. I got him. One sec, sorry. This has been very aggravating a little bit. Shit. Oh yeah, that's like the deadly poison too. Alright. I gotta get my head in the game. Usually if I get sick, I'm sick for like a day or two. It's been a week officially. Shit. Alright. Am I gonna triple cart? Drink it, drink it. Oh my god, this is not starting out great. Alright, 1 second. I gotta get my shit together real quick. Alright. Forgot, when I fight Elder Dragons, I actually buff up a little bit. And let's actually do this right now. Holy shit. Got poisoned twice. That is a big Rathalos. What are you two doing? Magnamalo, he double carded me. But I managed to pull it out on him. But Magnamalo is, God, he is like for a flagship, like usually some of the flagships are pushovers, but he was rough. Oh, let's get this damage on him. Like you're just fighting a big wizard cat. All right, Chameleos, lay down for a second, my friend. Let me give you a couple of good bonks. There you go. Oh, you're gonna lay down too? All right. Terrible hammer hit. All right, we got our first runner from him. We got our first, well, I guess Narwa counts, but I'm going to say he's our first Elder Dragon part. I'm really sad that I got sick last week. I really wanted to stream this from the beginning. But I guess I got to play it so much because I was sick and I couldn't do anything else, though. Now Anjanath's showing up for some fun. I find it weird that you can, like, wyvern ride Elder Dragons, but not Apexes. Just like, I don't know, lore-wise. No, Anjanath, get him. Anjanath, you're getting your butt kicked, buddy. Can we get one more off? No, we can't. All right. Oh, I thought he was like leaving. What are you doing? Is this where you draw in or are you pushing it out? I'm gonna run away for a sec. Can I? Oh my god, a sliding attack that was actually useful. Nope. Doof, you idiot. No. Okay, fine, I'll do that move. I wanted the impact trader. You know what? I was saying that it was great that he has a sliding attack, but it actually kind of sucks. Depending on where you are. That was annoying. Wow, that had some tracking on it. God, when I fight him, I like to bring herbal medicines. They're just faster. That really does have some tracking on it. Not really doing me any good because he's running away. Go. Stop sliding. He started to slide again. Let's get greedy. Let's get real greedy. It wasn't worth it. All right, Emilios. And now he doesn't slide when it's an obvious hill. I'm at a loss. You bitch. Fuck. That was a big boy poison attack. Yeah, definitely need herbal medicines. That takes way too long. All right, sharpen up and go after him. That boy. Gonna give him a bonk. Beat that attack. You know what? This might actually be a fight that it would be good to have the like flip over top of a move. Run out of stamina. Oof. I gotta heal. We use his tongue. Oh. Look at these bomb badgies. Who do you think you are? God, that move is so rough. I got stuck on his tail there. That was actually a really good use of the bomb badgies, though. Like, they pumped out a little bit of damage on them there. Come on, stay in the paralysis. I gotta actually attack at some point. He tracked. Frickin' bitch. I love you, but you're gonna take a nap. Nope, this was a bad idea. I've never seen that rock get broken. Nope, nope, nope. Those poison clouds are way bigger than I always think they're gonna be. I think that's the same type of poison that the big girl Raytheon, the Apex Raytheon pumps out. God damn it. This poison is brutal. I don't want it anymore. All right. Getting right in on him would actually be safer, but it wasn't. I actually feel bad. I did not fight, I didn't fight a lot of Chameleos because I didn't really need a lot of his parts. But I do this time. Okay, 1 sec. Sorry. Alright. Hit this boy. Got like my scowl of focus on. I feel bad. I am having fun fighting him. It's just, dear God, he's a little rougher with hammer than I remember him being with gun lance. I don't remember getting poisoned quite this often. Not a... I really don't remember getting poisoned this many times. Big. The other thing is, like, he is gigantic. I've never seen him do that move. That's cool. It's risky. It's not worth it. It was worth it. Shouldn't pin myself in a corner like that. Oh, perfect. But I don't have enough wire bugs, so we'll just do this. Shit. Whew. It's stressing me out. Hit it, hit it. Being invisible, you bitch. Shit, that was not worth it at all. I don't even know if I'm close on him yet. I'm gonna grab this wire bug. I've got to stop doing that move. Nope. Actually, that was fine. Is he leaving again? Gonna do some... I was just doing that. I thought he was gonna do his big boy poison. Glad I got that other wire bug. Hey, he's almost done. Don't get greedy. See, whenever I think he should be doing the slide attack, he doesn't do it. But then when I don't want him to, he slides all over the place like he's on an ice rink. Really weird. That move has like a bit of bullshit tracking on it. Diminishing return anyway. I literally dove right into the poison like a fool. Yeah, I'll take a wyvern, right? I don't know if it's just me, but this, aren't they all here again? Dear God. Okay, Anjanath, can you fuck off? You're not even the target. Rathalos did it. Oh, this is gonna be annoying though, trying to fucking carve. Oh, never mind. It doesn't know that it's Chameleos. There we go. Ooh, that was a rough Chameleos fight. He is a lot different using the hammer. Holy crap. I guess that's a point. Really, they're the same star level? I guess. Chameleos isn't like the hardest of Elder Dragons. Oof. I'll take that. Damn. And we got a plate, too. Actually, I got a bunch of the Anjanath plates from when I was trying to get an Anjanath gem. Alright, and... now there should be a bunch of, like, you're the best hunter in the world. My, Warbeard, a job well done. You've slain the Chameleos, an unequivocal testament to the advancement of your skills, and far more quickly than I had foreseen. That's true, I did rush through this. Yo ho ho, I'm just giddy with anticipation to see how much more powerful you'll become. Make sure you keep up the good work and get that HR as high as possible. As high as you can, sorry.
Don't let me down.
I never will. as long as you put Tetsukabra in the expansion.
Hello. Oh. See you later then.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting, like, they lock the hunter rank
would you like to
repeatedly. We'll get there.
Until next time.
Alright, so... one of the greatsword sets I use uses his weapon. Let's take a look at that, actually. I want to see what it looks like in the
Something new?
the
or an
fancy
upgrade?
graphics. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's not that great. I don't like the look of it. Ah, it's okay. All right, let's take a look here.
Tell me what you need.
Oh, there it is. Ah, we need some spikes. I just love the look of that greatsword. Like, I know it's not the best greatsword. I use it for, like, one of my builds, but it's just a cool looking sword.
Your gear. Good luck out there.
If I could get the right gems in that to make the, what's it called? The rampage weapon worthwhile for it, I would definitely, layered armor it over to that. Okay. Any luck?
Drop by any time.
All right, how are we doing here? Need meaty hide. All right, I got time for one more hunt. What should I go after?
Welcome to the hub. Which quest would you like?
You know what? We haven't done this Diablos yet. Let's finish it off with a classic. Then we'll come back tomorrow. Continue on my journey. I'm gonna play it a bit tonight. I don't have a ton of time tonight to play it, but I want to get closer to my set. I don't want to weaken it. Don't need that. Do that. We'll do defender. And I definitely want Slugger to be higher on Diablos. I gotta figure out an endgame set too for Hammer. But until I get my Hunter rank completely unlocked and have access to all of the monsters, I'm not gonna start pursuing that. This set's doing all right. The set I used with Gunlance to take out Chameleos, I was able to take out all the way up to Valstrax, so this set should be good. Like I said, it's not a bad set. Like, you know, I got my attack boost, Slugger, Stamina, Thief, free meal. Got a couple of other, like, 2-slot things. Nothing too big. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I feel like I gotta yell right now because my, I'm still a little bit sick, so I feel like I gotta yell to talk at my normal tone. And thank you very much for the follow as well there, Lucifer. I appreciate it. I don't want to admit it, but I should be wearing reading glasses. And because of this mic arm, I have my second monitor over more than I should, so I'm like, eh. Anyway, I'm gonna stop bitching about my computer. That's gonna be like the first upgrade I do to my streaming setup, is I'm gonna get one of those mics that like hang from above. Because this one I have it come across my desk and it sits right in front of me, so like it's in the way of my keyboard, I'll accidentally knock it, stuff like that. It's not a bad mic though. I don't remember what one it is. The box is here somewhere. All right, so... Ooh, I never came up here before. Where are you, Diablos? I'm blind. He's over there. One day. I'm not super concerned. Like, it's not a big deal. But I would like to have one of those arms that comes up and over. But those mics are real expensive. This one here, it was like... I feel bad that I don't remember what one it is. I'll check and I'll mention it tomorrow. Because it is a good little mic for, like, starting up streaming as a hobby. I got it off of Amazon. I forgot to try my water strike for his roar. Oh, he's got those big boy knockers. But it was like $100 and it came with the arm, a pop filter, and everything. It wasn't bad. Especially because I was using the mic that's in this headset when I first started streaming, and it didn't sound great. Fuck's sakes. Well, like, some of them I was looking like the mics that a lot of streamers are like, you should use this if you're serious. It's like over $700, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I gotta get used to Diablo, so I haven't fought him even once in this game yet. That was a bad move. Yeah, it's a, any of the streamers that you see talking into, like, the end of their mic, like, I think, like, Asmongold and people like that use it. I looked it up once, and, like, it's an amazing mic, but it's, like, real expensive. Okay, I just fought an Elder Dragon. I don't feel like getting my ass kicked by you, Diablos. Alright, we'll get my shit together. Okay, now I'm gonna get my shit together. My favorite is Gunlance. I've been using Gunlance since, like, 2nd gen Monster Hunter. It's always been my favorite weapon. But thought I'd try something new since I already played through the game on Switch. So I thought, oh, I'll do Hammer. I haven't used Hammer since, like, the 3rd generation Monster Hunter. Let's see if I can get ahead of him here. And then get him with one of these. There we go. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit him with the big one. Dual Blades looks really fun in this game. I say that about every weapon, but they really do. Every weapon looks fun. My goal for the PC launch is to, like, try and get decent with every weapon. Because some of them I've never used. Like, I've never used the Switch Axe. I, like, tried it in 4th gen a little bit, but I didn't, like, actually use it for hunts. So I thought you were a vegetarian, Diablos. I tried to use Water Strike. I really want to get better with Water Strike. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. He stopped short. I don't want to die on my last hunt of the day trying to get better with this Water Strike. Insect Glaive is really good. I haven't used Longsword really in this game. Oh, the Hunting Horn. Well, it's good to, like, stick with the weapon for your first, like, your beginning part of the game, right? Like, I've been using Hammer since, I started with it, and I'm trying to. I want to beat every monster I was able to beat with the Gunlance, with the Hammer. That's my goal. So we'll see if I can get there with it. But if you do want to try a new weapon, I will say the Hammer is really fun. And if there was ever a game to play Gunlance in, it's Rise, because Gunlance is a delight in this game. I'm going to try to have a Gunlance set together for tomorrow, for like Blast Dash and all that. Vernopolis. Alright. Let's get this boy. That was a rough start. I've been having, like, rough hunts today. Oh, yeah, you're not gonna like... Well, Gunlance... Gunlance is faster than you think if you, unlock Blast Dash. That is, I'd say, arguably, Gunlance is the fastest weapon in the game. I just want to use Water Strike one time. Ooh, I wonder if I could, like, knock that boulder out. Okay, let's see. You idiot. I wasn't ready for you to be trapped. I'm gonna get greedy. I shouldn't have done it. Get our food back up. You piece of garbage. My favorite for the monsters that they added into Rise New, I really love the Gothorong. I think he is a really cool monster. I forgot that I hadn't switched. Oh no. So tall. I don't know what my favorite monster of all time would be, though. I really like Dalamadur in 4. I bring him up almost every stream because I really liked him. But you get Diablos? There you go. I just find him really fun to fight. He's a little predictable because, like, when he enrages, he jumps backwards and then he, you know, blows ice at you and then he makes his ice weapons and charges you. Like, it's like clockwork. But I still like him. I have a soft spot for him. Hey, Water Strike. Oh, no. You leaving? Nope. Your big boy move. The thing about Hammer that's fun is it is just delightful to KO monsters. It's really fun. Especially big guys like Diablos. Especially if you can knock them out of an attack. I don't know why I did that. Like, I know he's gonna backswing. Alright. Let's try... Nope. Are you leaving or are you doing your thing again? I'm gonna try to Water Strike his charge if he'll charge me. Idiot. Every time I say I want to try a move, you just stand there. I got caught by it again. I think it's like the AI can sense that I'm standing there waiting to counter him. All right. Like, I was fighting a Hezu yesterday in Generations Ultimate, and like every single solitary time I tried to charge my greatsword, he would do that like electrical field around himself. Over and over and over again. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna stop pissing around. I'll practice on other monsters. Oh yeah, no, I completely understand that. You kind of got to do what you got to do. But yeah, definitely worth owning it again in the future. I really, really like that game. I've been enjoying it. I've never played through it before, so I've been doing a playthrough of it on stream a little bit. Well, it started out as just part of I was going to do a Monster Hunter week. But I'm really getting into the game, so I think I'm going to modify my stream schedule to play it more often. But I feel like my streams are just becoming all Monster Hunter now, which isn't bad. I love Monster Hunter, but I do like my retro streams too. I don't want to do a wyvern ride. Yeah, let's run him into the wall once. Boop. There you go. Well, I was doing on Mondays. Mondays was usually just whatever random game I wanted to play. But I was working on going through all of the Sonic the Hedgehog games. And I beat Sonic 1. Because I actually have a really good setup for like original hardware streaming on retro games. And I beat Sonic 1. I got to the last boss in Sonic 2 and died on it. So I was like, alright, I'm going to do a redemption stream. But I just never got around to it. So, I will do it eventually, though. Ooh, that was a big boy move. I've been enjoying it. I wanted to go through all three of them, because my usual stream schedule was Monday was going to be Sonic 2, Tuesday's always Monster Hunter, Wednesday I'm trying to play through Beyond Oasis on Genesis. I gotta stop doing stupid moves. Perfect. Have a little nap. And then Thursdays has been Monster Hunter Stories too. Yeah, usually I do like 11 till 2. I can't believe he is still not like blue. Come on. I think Diablos would be this long of a fight, but I'm doing terrible. Make sure I get a better night's sleep. Okay, cool. Well, like I said, like, if you do like Sonic and all that, I am going to be eventually redoing that stream. Because I have not a crazy retro collection, but I'm planning to keep Wednesdays as like a retro game day, but I might be doing Mondays as Generations Ultimate for a while. Because I'm just really enjoying the game. And honestly, most of my followers started following me when I was playing Monster Hunter anyway. Ooh. Nice try, bud. Get out of here. Well, I always upload everything I do to YouTube anyway, if I succeed. Any, like, full, complete playthroughs I do, I throw up on my YouTube channel. I need you to go down, Diablos. Now we'll try this. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I like talking to people about Monster Hunter, and that was one of the reasons I started streaming as a hobby, was to actually, you know, just chat with other people that like the games I like. That's why I don't really follow whatever is kind of getting big. I just play whatever I want on stream, and then usually people that like the games I like will pop in. Plus, a lot of the new releases lately I really don't care for. Yeah, I think you'd be unhappy if you, like, if you typecast yourself into one game, because the thing is, like, if you build up an audience and you really enjoy doing it, but then that game becomes, like, really unpopular, you're gonna taper away. And then the other thing is, if you just follow what's popular, you're also gonna be bored because you might not like every game you're playing. This is bad. Actually, that was fine. It wasn't fine. I definitely feel like I need a new hammer. I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like they're taking a lot longer to kill since I got to high rank. I know that's normal, but it feels like it. But yeah, that was why I decided from the time I started streaming, I'm like, I'm just gonna play whatever I like. At least then, if nobody's watching, I'm still playing a game that I'm enjoying, right? Just go down, dude. Ooh. Like, he's not even capturable yet. Oh my god, Diablos. I don't know why I picked him to be my final hunt of the day. He's always such a bitch. Just go down. There we go. Gee. I know I've been flailing around a lot on this one, but damn. Get up. Oh, that's not gonna do anything. Let's go crazy. All right. I do like streaming. I've met a lot of really cool people doing it, especially in the Monster Hunter community, because generally speaking, the Monster Hunter community is a lot of really nice people. At least in my experience. Hey, Diablos, we need to finish this, man. Ooh. Just go down. There we go. That was a very resilient Diablos. Holy shit. Oh, don't die in a lame way. How am I going to get a picture of that? Delix. Alright, whatever. It's, I can understand that. I don't always like playing online with, like, random people. Monster Hunter, most people seem to be cool. I did have to mute a lot of people, like, when I played World on PlayStation. It wasn't so much people being toxic, it's just... And I don't want to be mean, but, like, idiots that don't know how to shut their goddamn mic off. Like, they just have their mic on, for example. People that don't know how to shut their mic off, and, like, all you hear is people screaming in the background and terrible music, and, like, just turn your mic off if you're not talking. That's, like, a big problem with consoles, though. Like, big problem. Most of my friends play on console, though. Like, very few of my friends are, like, PC gamers. I have some, but, like, the vast majority are on, like, Xbox and PlayStation. It's, like, anytime you play something online with strangers, it's, like, you gotta go through and, like, mute half of them, which kind of kills co-op games. Yeah. Yeah, I played... I'm not good at it, but I played a little bit of Fortnite because my my little nephews are really into it. What did he call me, though? He fucking called me a bot. And then I found out later, because I'm an old man, apparently, that that is an insult. And I was like, I haven't played Fortnite before. Yeah, it is a big problem with a lot of online games. It's like nobody... It's like, you know, if you take a bus or a train somewhere, there's always some idiot blaring it out of their phone. It's like... My most hated thing, and I'm gonna stop ranting, and I'm sorry if any of you do this, but I really don't like it, is when people talk on their phone like this, on speakerphone. Just do this. Just talk on your phone like a normal human being. It's like a thing with me. I don't know. It can be brutal. Plus, you'll have, like, you know, little kids screaming in your ears, and it's just not a fun time. Yeah. And, like, I'm the exact same way. Like, just mute it. Even, like, with this thing, like, because of my cold and that, I'm trying my best to, like, hit the mic mute before I have to cough or anything like that. So. I don't know. Should I do one more? Yeah, it's getting to be that time. All right. You know what? One sec here. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. All right. I am going to cut it off today. I do completely agree with everybody. The phone thing, that's like, you know, I know some people like to be on speakerphone, but I find it very rude too. But yeah, the chat thing drives me nuts. But I really do appreciate you all being here today. Checking out some Monster Hunter Rise on the PC. It's been very fun. And like I said, if anybody does want to do some hunts, I'm always down. Just mention it in chat. I'm not the best about saying, hey, like, do you guys want to hunt or whatever? Just always assume that I'm open to it. And like I said, I don't mind if the majority of you are on Switch. I'll swap over to the Switch because I have the Elgato and everything plugged in. I just have to turn on the Switch and swap the scene that I have my computer running on. So I don't mind playing on the Switch or on the PC. I just like playing Monster Hunter, and that probably made a weird sound. But anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me. We're going to be playing more of this tomorrow because, like I said, this is the second attempt at Monster Hunter week after my cold knocked me out last week. So we're just going to keep rolling with Monster Hunter. So tomorrow's going to be Rise again. And then Thursday, we are going to continue with... I got to look it up. It's either session 7 or 8 of Monster Hunter Stories 2. We're in a tower. That's all I remember. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. And I hope to see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye.